So do you struggle with KPIs in your supply chain? A lot of people do, I know. And it's really hard sometimes to know exactly what to measure. There can be so many things. You know, John, the MD of an industrial products company, was faced with that. And let me just tell you a little bit of a story which might encourage you. So John had recently joined the company and he was a little bit concerned about the rising costs of distribution. And in particular, he wanted to have a look at the warehouse and then try and reduce the cost of the warehousing. Now, interestingly enough, within the business, when he moved in there as MD, they thought it was pretty good, their performance, and they thought their productivity was pretty good. What he did, he was very smart, he picked on one KPI, just one. And think about this for your own business. The KPI he picked on was order lines picked per hour. Order lines picked per hour. And it was a particularly low target that they were currently hitting because of the nature of the product. You can imagine there was small widgets and there was kind of big components as well. But what he did, he was able to galvanize all of the warehousing team behind this one KPI, and they tracked it. It was on TV screens all around the warehouse. And they had teams working on how to improve processes to try and raise this one KPI, which was lines picked per hour, order lines per hour. And over time, they gradually reached their targets, they exceeded their targets. And let me tell you the results just from focusing on that one KPI. I think at the end of 18 months, they had a 200% increase in productivity, and their DIFOT, their delivery in full on time, had hit over 99.7%. And that's all just by getting people to focus on the right KPI, one KPI. You don't need loads and loads of KPIs, sometimes just the right one. So have a think about your warehouse, your transport operation, your supply chain. What would be the one KPI that you could select that would galvanize your team to improve performance? What would be that one KPI? Now, if you want to hear more about this particular case studies and other case studies, and a lot more about how to use benchmarking and KPIs, that's going to be one of the topics that we talk about at a full day supply chain workshop coming up in February in Australia. It's going to be in Sydney and Melbourne. So if you want to come along to that, just look for 59things.com, and we'll be talking about all manner of supply chain stuff, but KPIs and benchmarking as well. So I hope to see you there.